This is the plaintiff, Paul Green. He says the defendant is his daughter's friend, and he foolishly sold her his 2006 limited edition Mustang. She gave him half the money up front and agreed to pay him $300 a month until it was paid off. Well, the flaky girl never paid off the car. She keeps promising him she will, but enough is enough. And he's suing her for $3,692.38 because he doesn't believe her lies anymore. This is the defendant, Paige Clark. She says the plaintiff's her best friend's dad, and he's also a creep. The guy asked her out on a date and told her she wouldn't have to pay off the car if they hit it off. They ended up dating for a few months, and he's now very angry she broke up with him because he's a chauvinistic pig. He wants to sue her for the balance of the car? No way. She's accused of not living up to her obligations.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff sold the defendant his 2006 Mustang and got stiffed. The defendant says the plaintiff is her friend's father, and he hit on her and they dated, and she says he's angry because she broke up with him. It's the case of the mad dad.
Thank you, Douglas. Paul Green, you are suing Paige Clark for $3,692.38. You say she owes you and refuses to pay. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, ma'am. My daughter came to me and said that she had a friend that was looking for a car, and would I sell her the Mustang I had?
What kind of Mustang did you have?
2006 limited edition Mustang.
Okay.
Told her yes. I asked her if she had the money for it.
Was your Mustang for sale?
Yeah,
Coincidentally? Was it for sale, or she just wanted to buy it?
It was going to be for sale in a week or two.
Okay. So you show it to her, she likes it, and what happens?
Showed it to her, asked my daughter if she had the money. My daughter said no, but she can pay half down. Talked to Paige. Paige said she'd give me half down and make payments on the rest. I said, okay. She got the car, went to title place.
Why did you sign over the title if she hadn't paid the rest yet?
Because she signed a promissory note for the balance.
So did she pay you anything else ever?
No.
All right, so why then do you buy her tires?
That was only about a week later.
But why would you buy her tires?
Well, originally when we ordered the tires, she was going to pay for the tires.
How do you order tires without paying for them?
Well,
I don't know. Maybe mortals like me have to pay first.
A friend of mine runs a dealership, and we were getting them through the dealership at a discount.
Right.
So I said, they've already been ordered. They're going to take it out of my friend's paycheck if we don't get them. I'll go ahead and cover them on my credit card for 30 days. She said, I don't really want to do that. And then she came back with text and said, let's go ahead and get the tires. You know, I'll pay you back for it.
Okay. Do you have the text?
Yes, ma'am.
May I see it?
Yes.
While he's looking for that, can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
Okay. So you are a friend of his daughter's?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still a friend of his daughter's?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what happens here? You buy the car and you're supposed to pay money, and he says you didn't. Why not?
Well, after meeting him and giving him the down payment, I was, called by her, stating that he liked me. He thought, I was cute, wanted to take me out, and
What's the age difference between you two?
I'm not.
You don't know?
Sure.
You never asked? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Anybody else curious? What's your age? How old are you?
I'm 28.
And how old are you?
I'm 57.
So, the tires that.
Wait, don't go from he likes you, he wants to ask you out to the tires. He likes you, he wants to ask you out, and what do you tell his daughter?
I said, sure, absolutely. I'll go out on some dates with him.
Okay, and then what happened?
During those dates, we were, discussing that if things worked out, we wouldn't have to pay any more on the car. That those payments would be null and void.
Was it your idea or was it his idea?
His idea.
That if you dated, that you wouldn't have to pay it back?
Right.
No.
If it worked out or if you dated?
If it worked out and we were, went on dates and, it worked, then I wouldn't have to, pay the rest of the car.
And all you had to do was sign your life over?
I mean...
What does it worked mean? And what does dating mean? I don't know, it's your agreement. I'm asking you to specify what you meant.
I mean, we didn't make a contract on how long or anything like that.
So how many dates did you go on?
We saw each other probably 8 times.
Okay. Were you intimate?
No.
Okay. Was that part of the deal?
No.
Okay. So where would you go when you went out?
His favorite place was a Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
And
after a
places.
couple months, how did it end, according to you?
Well, it just didn't work out. The age difference, was a
Oh, you woke up one day and realized there was an age difference?
no.
So did you date him so that you wouldn't have to pay the rest of the money?
Yes, I'm a single mom, and that was
But you weren't physical.
good incentive
so
for
it
me.
wasn't like money for sex.
no.
It was companionship.
Right.
All right. Can I hear from you, Mr. Green, on this whole dating thing?
Well, that's a new one on me, because I don't know what her and my daughter talked about, but we never discussed dating. She was a friend. We went out to eat one time.
Did you go out to eat 8 times?
One time only.
Did you ever go out any other time than the one time?
No, ma'am. I had a girlfriend at the time. Still had the same.
Do you
girlfriend.
have maybe text evidence of multiple dates and throughout time? Because I imagine that if you're setting up dates, it would be through text. So if I scroll through your text, am I going to see evidence of what you are saying?
No, we spoke on the phone.
The whole conversation from day one we started talking is on there. So you can go all the way to the back and to the top.
All right. I'm reading through days and days of texts, which clearly indicates someone who's trying to date her.
Yeah.
You are trying to date this, child 30 years younger than you. I also see you not saying, stop calling me. You're going through a hard time. You got fired from your job. You were having problems at your job before that. He offers to loan you the money to pay for the tires. You say, I don't want to owe somebody that kind of money. I don't know why, because you're already owing the other money. And then he says, not a problem, just smile for me. Can I pick you up for lunch? I see that he's picking you up for lunch twice, not once. I see him flirting with you. Where's the part about, and you don't have to pay a loan? That's your defense, and that's what I want you to prove up. He clearly wants to date you.
Right.
And maybe he was, and maybe he wasn't. It's a little hard to tell. There's all these little pictures and cutesy-poo things and hugs and prayers and smile your pretty face. And so you're lying when you say that it was just the one time. There were 2 times before the tires was a 3rd time. That, however, doesn't prove what you're saying, which is I don't have to pay the loan because I flirted with the guy and dated him a few times. I'm going to have proof of that part. Did you ever tell her she wouldn't have to pay for it if she dated you?
No, ma'am.
Because that's the kind of thing somebody would say to somebody 30 years younger who you want to date, because you got to put something on the table.
So would you ever date your friend's parent?
Well, it depends. What would the age gap be?
Just say no.
No? Okay.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
What I do see is a picture of you really strong and young 30 years ago with your daughter behind you with your big muscles and your shirt off and just your jeans, and you're looking very hot. But, which I presume was for the purpose of showing her what it was like. And it's just the whole thing's
it's
just
more we were talking about
glory days,
my daughter when she was little. So
Say what?
we were more about when we talked.
Okay, I can barely see your daughter in the picture. Okay, no. Now I'm going to show the picture. Hold on. I was going to spare you that, but hold on. No, now that's not. No. Too bad. Too late. Let's see. Let's get that picture back up here. There it is.
It's a cute picture.
It is a cute picture. It's very cute. Okay, I can see the tippy top of your daughter's bangs, but most of the shot is taken up by your jeans, by someone and your abs, your washboard abs, and you're making the international sign for guns,
And so is
and then
my
your
daughter.
daughter's here. You're not showing your daughter, pal. Everyone knows you're not showing your daughter. Okay. So I think that he clearly was barking up your tree. I'm just trying to get to that other part, which means you don't have to pay. Did you ever tell her she wouldn't have to pay?
No, ma'am.
So can you prove that he told you that in any of the texts or because you guys text all day, so everything was on the phone. Can you prove in any way, shape, or form through his daughter's testimony, any statement by anybody, any text, any email, anything that somebody said, I'll tell you what, if you date me, you won't have to pay. Putting aside for the moment, whether that's even a legally enforceable rewrite of the contract, it might be. It can't be if you have sex with me, because then it's prostitution, it's illegal, so a court wouldn't enforce. But if you give me human companionship for a few months, you won't have to pay? I don't know. I guess that's legal. Maybe it could be. But why don't you prove it up for me? Can you prove it?
It was discussed over dinner. I don't,
He denies it. It's your word against his. Can you prove it in any way, shape, or form?
We did not make a
pay
contract.
the man $3,692.38. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, for Ms. Clark, it's Judgment Day, and you're going to have to pay, Ms. Clark. What do you have to say?
Well, I don't have proof, and that he said, dating, and I wouldn't have to pay the rest of the payments, so he won, unfortunately, and
Did it feel a little odd dating somebody that much older than you? And a friend of your,
well, I try to look at personality over age,
Yeah.
But
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. You've lost. You got to pay. You still got the car?
yes, I do.
Is it a good car?
He signed the title over immediately.
And it's a good car?
It is
You happy
a
with it?
good car, yes.
Okay, good enough. At least you got that.
Yes.
All right. But you are going to have to pay for it. So go
Yes.
sign some documents.
All right.
And then write him a check. Okay? All right, Mr. Green. The judge is convinced you're trying to date her. What? And you deny that?
Well,
What do you
she's a good friend. I like hanging out with her. She likes hanging out with me, but
Yeah?
I wouldn't. If I was younger, I'd be interested in her. But she's
Well,
fun to hang out with.
What do you mean, you're
she's a
younger?
good lady.
You're trying to do it today.
Nothing wrong with that, so.
All right, anyway. Well, you won. You're going to get your money now.
Fair enough.
You happy?
I wish her well. Yes.
Good enough. All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Harvey.
Look, Doug, she got value for the car. Now, what she has to do is prove that they are square because companionship is what she promised in return. And the bottom line here is she just could not prove that.